Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of The Bachelor.
Well, Maddie, we gotta start by giving a shout out to Kathy Riordan. She's the best tweeter on Twitter.
She really is.
I know.
Alright, there's just 4 ladies left.
Hometown dates!
Yeah.
Jason travels to Kelowna, British Columbia.
I believe it's Kelowna.
Okay, to meet Jillian and her family.
Alright.
Oh, Canada.
So she starts off by showing him this lake that she went to for her whole life.
Like
over
20
the summer.
years.
And she tells a story of a Loch Ness Monster-esque monster called Ogopogo. So she said, one time I was on the lake with my sister and
I totally brushed my foot on something and then it wasn't there.
so apparently
Must have been Ogopogo.
Right. So then they went to a winery, which was very cool.
It was like a former volcano.
A volcano winery.
Yes, so he really shocked me by saying, I like how you're not pulling away.
Alright.
Yeah. So then they threw them in this room that had no furniture, just a rug, pillows, and a fire. Yeah, and they were rolling around over there talking, I guess, and she drops the bomb on him that her mom was depressed for like 15 years, tried to commit suicide. The parents were on again, off again.
That's pretty heavy.
And now they're on again. Yeah, that is pretty heavy.
Well, it's time for family time.
All right. Get out the old Canada flag, 'cause
Yeah.
we got to wrap Jason in it.
Just as he came through the door, they wrapped him with the flag.
I guess that's a nice thing to do.
Alright.
I don't know. When somebody comes over my house, I don't wrap them in a flag.
I don't know. But her parents were there, her cousin, and her cousin's boyfriend.
Right. And then the mother drops her own bomb at the dinner table. She reads this poem. Please don't ever let me do that.
I won't.
Please. Just shoot me in the head if I ever do that. I hate poems like that. It's like in Meet the Parents when the guy read the poem about his dead mother.
Alright, so then it's time to interview Jason. So her mom pulls him aside.
Yeah. It was...
Dad, whatever. Pretty standard.
Then Granny arrives. You can't have it without Granny.
What a riot. So she has some
She's a laugh a minute.
boxers. Canadian boxers for Jason, when she puts on his head.
And then kisses him on the lips.
Yeah, as he's leaving.
He went for the cheek,
And she's
but
like,
she went...
Yeah.
All right, next stop, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Molly's family. I can't take it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She's all, I'm not going to date a guy who my parents don't like because I've totally been there before. And
not that her parents don't
that
like.
they don't love.
They have to love him.
Yeah.
But they don't even know him. How can they love him yet?
I don't know.
Wow, so it's all like, let's play golf at the country club.
They met up at the country club.
She sounds like a little bit of a rich bitch.
Oh, just
Yeah,
because
I went
I'm rich doesn't mean I'm a bitch.
In this case, it does. All right, so, yeah, then they meet Molly's mom and dad, and her mom was totally, like, 15 years old. She was just like, when they got to the...
Molly was calling her by her first name, Marianne. What the hell?
I was thinking it was like the White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. Marianne, you're late.
So then,
it was weird.
It was time to put on some hats.
Some stupid hats. They weren't just
Indian
hats.
Chief.
I don't know what that
beer.
gold. Yeah, okay, that was a stein of beer.
Crown.
Oh, then the mother pulls Jason aside and forces him to draw a picture of Molly.
Okay.
He drew this scary picture with a big clown mouth, which he got totally correct, and a bunch of roses.
All right.
Interesting. And then the mom says, he is perfect for us.
But do you love him?
Next stop, Lake Elsinore. It's time to meet Naomi's family. By the way, that's California. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Yeah. So they start out the day with just Naomi and Jason, a picnic in the park.
But then it's time to meet the family, the very large family. There was kids
Okay.
everywhere. There was crazies everywhere.
So it seemed like right when they got there, the mom was like, all right, time for hula hoops.
Okay, Jason and Naomi's dad were spazzes. They couldn't do the hula hoops.
Hoopies. So then...
I'm surprised they didn't make him jump through it.
It's totally weird. She pulls out this weird, wacko story. She's like, oh, I was driving home from work, and this dove committed suicide on my windshield.
It sacrificed itself so that you could do the eulogy.
Oh my god.
And by the way, it's in the fridge in a paper bag right now, and its name is Rosie.
Creepy.
Very creepy. It made me think of step 1, you put the dove in a bag. Step 2, you dig a hole in the ground.
One that's not deep enough, by the way.
Yes. And then 3, you crush the dove with a rock. It's just not funny. I'm sorry.
Cool. It was just creepy. I was grossed out. And
well,
no respect for the dove.
No.
Shown there.
No. That little kid should be spanked. Who did that? All right. So Jason and Hector have a little talk. Hector's her dad. Her parents are divorced.
And it got a little religious here. Have you accepted Christ as your personal savior?
As your Lord and Savior.
Whatever. I like personal better.
Okay. He didn't say that, but it was all, he was digging for like, are you Jewish? Are you Christian? Are you, what are you? There's many religions, but only one God. And apparently her mother is Jewish.
I don't know. But then...
So it's not a big deal.
Naomi's mom pulled Jason aside. And she was talking about, like, psychicness and such.
I'm an indigo, and I believe in reincarnation, and I think you were a mom, at least once.
All right.
Yeah. So, Naomi just wants to have the family that she never had, because believe me, these crazies don't equal family.
Well, her parents were got divorced when she was 11.
I want Christmases and Thanksgivings and everything.
All right. So, final stop.
Dallas, Texas.
To meet Melissa and her
Not
family?
her family.
No.
She was the happiest, I would say, out of all the bachelorettes.
I'm sorry, I just think their relationship is the most real.
I think so, too. And she had a present for Ty.
But for Jason.
Jason opened it, yeah. But it was a tooth fairy box that she made for Ty to put his monies in.
Monies.
That was cute.
Yeah, that was cute.
Alright, so Melissa drops the bomb on Jason, and he's totally like...
You totally said that like 3 times.
I did?
Video. But anyway.
Okay, well...
Just thought I'd put it out.
I'm sorry. So, yeah, he's not going to meet her parents because they don't want to meet him on camera.
They live very private lives.
I have a feeling they wouldn't want to meet him if the cameras were there or not there.
I don't know.
Well, she's going to take him to meet someone, her friends. And her friends were really down to earth. They went to one of the friends' houses, and they had some kids there, and she did really well with the kids. Mm-hmm. She passed the mommy test with Jason. And, you know, she's dated the wrong kind of guys before because she's got low self-esteem.
Yeah.
That's my analysis in a nutshell. She doesn't have the self-esteem to call the shots, so she lets the guys call the shots.
So Jason was talking to her friends, trying to figure out some stuff about Melissa's parents, and they're like, we don't really know them.
And apparently neither does Melissa, because they never go to her cheerleading games for the Dallas Cowboys, and they just don't do a whole lot, apparently.
Yeah, well, they talked about that when they went back to Melissa's
Sweet
hotel.
Living room and bedroom. You do the math. 1 + 1 = 1.
Right. So.
All right.
Then everyone returned to Seattle. Yay.
Yay.
Including Chris Harrison.
And Chris Harrison and Jason have their little weekly chat. And Jason's still confused.
Same thing as usual. I thought it would be easier, but it's
harder. All right. So, and it's harder. So it's time for the rose ceremony. Let's just get it over with.
First rose went to Molly.
Second rose went to Jillian.
And the third and final rose went to Melissa.
Thank God it wasn't Naomi.
Yeah, she took it really well, though. Like,
bye, Naomi. You're not going to New Zealand. Because the rest of us are. Thank God. It's time for the overnight dates.
All right.
On the trail to Mordor. All right. Looking ahead to the finale. Oh, yeah.
Or what we think will be the finale.
Yeah.
When Deanna comes back.
And Jason has his meltdown where he runs out to the balcony.
Ah!
I have been waiting all season for that. And I will wait no longer than the finale because that's the end of the show. All right, kids. Till fantasy date next week.
Much love.